I think a good resource that we often forget about, and it's been mentioned today, are our elected officials, such as our MPs, our provincial parliament people, city councillors, and they often have inside contacts or know about government programs that they might be able to act as a liaison. A reminder about including medical expenses on income tax. We can also contact Canada Pension and complete a statement of contribution. And by doing this, Canada Pension will return the form to us and let us know how much we might be entitled to from Canada Pension Plan Disability or Canada Pension Plan Retirement. If you're over the age of 60, it's important to learn about Canada Pension Plan Disability and Canada Pension Plan Retirement, and people can consider applying to either one of those or both of those because they have different criteria. It's also important to talk with your doctor about your need to apply for income programs and to speak with your physician about their opinion. Do they think they have enough information to support your application? Can they be counted on to meet important timelines in order to apply? And also to consider who might be the best doctor to do those forms. All of the programs will want to keep in touch with you and to ensure that you continue to remain eligible. Some of them will have criteria that you must continue to meet the definition of disability in order to receive payment. And I also think it's very important that if you're returning to work, to make sure you learn as much as possible about how the different government programs may work, as well as the employer-based programs. Once you've gotten onto the program, I think it's important to learn almost the opposite, which is how to get off of those programs and to be aware of what are the finer details, but also to know if I've gone off the program and I need to access it in the future, how might that work again? It's also important to know that sometimes even phoning a government program to just talk about returning to work can trigger a reassessment in your file and look at your eligibility. And I think those are my main points for today, and I welcome comments. Thank you.
I wonder if we could have some discussion about the adversarial issue. I know that when a person gets agitated and upset and frustrated, there's a tendency to use a lot of you-directed statements, like you're doing this, you did that. For me, when I'm under a situation like that, I find it really important to take a deep breath and to use me-centered statements, like I was frustrated when this didn't happen. Could Mary or Linda or Pamela make any comments about different strategies to minimize the adversarial aspect?
It's Linda. Yes, of course, it's very hard in the heat of the moment to stop yourself, but dealing with one particular individual at the moment, what I have done to help them is the person that's always in on the visit, the partner, I've engaged them in sort of a way the three of us have worked out. When the patient gets to the point where might be stepping a little bit too far, they just touch the patient's arm, and that's a signal to the patient that, whoops, maybe I'm just stepping over things a bit, because, yes, we do use you instead of using me and I. We need to take the ownership of the communication.
It's Mary here, too. Some things that I suggest, for example, if a person is frustrated that a piece of paper or a fax or a referral hasn't got to where it needs to be, I will often suggest, how can I help you to get this accomplished? If I pick it up and deliver it, would that be more convenient? Or is there some way that I can be of assistance to get done what we all want to have done to get around the roadblock? So just kind of saying, I'm here and I would like to help, and perhaps if I did this or that, would that be of assistance? And that way you're kind of offering yourself, not demanding, but just trying to allow for a process to be smoothened.
Thank you. Pamela, do you find that social workers have a lot of information, or are they sufficiently available to provide the information to cancer patients about the various programs that are available, and how in an institution might one, in a cancer care facility, might one go about getting that information?
Well, I agree with you that social workers are an excellent resource. Sometimes they can have large caseloads, and so it's hard to manage both the emotional needs as well as the financial or practical needs. But I would definitely encourage people to seek out social workers if they're having money concerns. Many social workers do have contacts with government programs and can help make a referral or point someone in the right direction. There are also sometimes some community agencies that people may be able to rely on if a social worker may not have contacts or know of people. And I think one of the things that is important is that many of the government programs know about their specific program, or that the insurance company will know about short-term, but they may not know about long-term. And if you're able to find someone who knows about all these pieces of a puzzle and how they might work together, because often we are faced with priorities of which program to apply to and which do I have to do when, and where should I put my priority right now, and what can I put off for a rainy day. And so people who know about all the programs as pieces of that puzzle and can help someone put it together is very valuable.
Also, Pamela, it used to be that sex used to be a hard topic to discuss. Now we find it much easier to discuss, but I think concerns about finances maybe have the same kind of charge that sexual topics used to have because they connote so much. Do you find that it takes some prodding to get people talking about what their financial concerns are? And I guess Elizabeth, Linda, and Mary, your reflections on this as well. How can we open up a discussion about finance, or how can people go about opening up discussions about finances? Maybe Pamela first.
Yes, I agree with you that there does seem to be a bit of a taboo, whether it's that we're expected to know everything about our money and how to handle our finances. But I've often said that we don't grow up thinking, I think I'll become sick when I'm working and I should learn about that. So unfortunately, we end up in the financial mess at the same time we're trying to cope with health concerns. So it does have a taboo, but I think that the more we can talk about it, the better it is, because I've met many people who were not able to qualify for certain programs because they had left it too long, whereas if they had brought up some of their concerns earlier, they might have been able to apply and been able to utilize those programs. So I would definitely like people to bring it up and, to put it all on the table, because it's only when we let someone know that it's a problem or that we have concerns and questions, or maybe just need a bit of guidance, that we can get the help we need.
I agree. It's Mary here, and I just wanted to add that I try to get that information from my clients as well, and I encourage them. Sometimes people forget to file their income tax, and then they lose child tax benefits, or they maybe realize that their income has changed significantly, and perhaps they are eligible for other benefits. Even encourage some people to apply for social services or welfare benefits if they need to. And it's true, lots of people have told me, oh, I would never ask for welfare, but when you have children to feed, that may be an option that someone needs to look at.